Welcome back guys, JC here. So far I've shown you how to connect various different receivers and get telemetry, and how to power the X-Racer flight controller. You may have noticed in your telemetry though that you were getting all the telemetry sensors but voltage, and there's a reason for that. Whether you were using opto or linear ESCs, either way you were supplying the flight controller with 5 volts to power the flight controller and anything connected to it. But because it's only getting 5 volts, that's all it sees is 5 volts. For it to know what the full voltage of your battery is, you have to be able to send the full voltage of the battery to the flight controller. If you did this anywhere on the flight controller where you were not supposed to, it would either fry the flight controller or anything connected to it. That's why they add VBAT pins. So if you look on the flight controller, you'll see these 2 pins right here next to this hole. And you look on the back side, you'll see where it says VBAT and ground. The ground pin is the one closest to the edge. VBAT is the one right below it or above it, depending on which way you hold it. But right now it's below it. This will mean that we need to send our positive wire to this pin here and negative to this pin here. To do that, I'm just going to use a couple pieces of scrap wire, nothing on either end. Okay, now I've got my positive wire on and negative, but before we connect this to anything, let's just take a USB cable, plug it in. We will also power the flight controller through our LiPo battery. Now if we go into beta flight, and you see up here it's showing 0 for the battery voltage, because like I said, we're not sending the full voltage of the battery to the flight controller. But if I take both these wires, and you want to run these to your PDB, and you can run it anywhere where it's getting the full voltage of the battery. This means you can place them right on top of your battery leads, or even the ESC pads where your ESC main power and ground wires go. You don't want anywhere with a voltage regulator. So basically I'm using this 5 volt voltage regulator to power the flight controller and receiver with 5 volts. So you wouldn't want to use somewhere like that. Okay, here's what it looks like. Got the power wire just run straight to the end of my battery lead, same for the ground, and the other ends are going to the VBAT pins. So now if I plug in my USB cable, plug in the LiPo battery, go into beta flight, and now we see up here it's showing the voltage of my battery. And I checked the battery beforehand. It is actually at 15.7 volts, so it is accurate.
Hey JC, welcome back. Cheat mode active.
And now that the voltage is placed in beta flight or clean flight, the flight controller is seeing it. It will relay it to either your telemetry on your transmitter or on-screen display, or both, that for VFAS, 15.7 volts. So we're good. You do want to check the voltage of your battery with a multimeter, because I do have a video showing you how to calibrate your voltage should it be off by a little bit. So I'll leave links in the top right of your screen now and description below to the X-Racer playlist, the Tyrannus playlist, as well as my beta flight playlist. You'll find the voltage calibration video in the beta flight playlist. So that's going to do it for this time, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you again soon.